हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। आज हम करेंगे पोएम रूमिनेशंस बाय केकी एंड दारूवाला। पोएम को रीड करते हैं। सबसे पहले, आई कैन स्मेल वायलेंस इन द एयर लाइक द लैश ऑफ कमिंग रेन, मास हेट्रेड ड्रिफ्टिंग ग्रे अक्रॉस द मून. It hovers, brooding, poised like a cobra as I go prodding rat holes and sounding caverns, looking for a fang that darts, a hood that sways, and eyes that squirt a reptile hate. I watch my wounds, but they don't turn green. Crossbones, I look for you. Death, I am looking for that bald bone head of yours. But it's in flesh and flesh tissue that my destiny lies. And slowly corruption takes a hold. Over from the mortuary comes the corpse drift. Death is so soft, but it 10 days in a well and turns pulpy. Rosewater, incense take flowers. The relatives have done their bit. The drift as it comes to us now is aroma, stench, nausea, jostling each other. In the morgue veranda, another queues up, her noise sliced off, her lung punctured. It is a 3 word story: infidelity, irate husband. Man is so pliant, adaptable. Bury him and he is steadfast as the earth. Burn him and he will ride the flames. Pliant का मतलब होता है, जो हमने भी वर्ड पढ़ा, susceptible. Burn him and he will ride the flames. Throw him to the birds and he will surrender flesh like an ascetic. Rain comes clambering down, a blind sheet of water. Once the blur lifts, colors deepen, the head smiles, the leaf loses its coat of dust, the scum spills over from the pool. I look around for a cleansed feeling, the kind you experience walking in a temple. After river bath, I cannot find it. I have misplaced it somewhere in the caverns of my past. This poem from Under Orion is a meditation on violence. The speaker is somebody who is on duty, as it were prodding, जैसे कि बताया गया, prodding rat holes and sounding caverns to detect violence before it erupts. Perhaps he is a police officer like Daruwalla himself. As the poem begins, the speaker smells violence in the air, as if before the outbreak of a communal riot. There is a clear reference to mass hatreds. The image of these hatreds drifting grey across the moon is suggestive of a momentary lapse of sanity, or, to be more precise, a touch of lunacy. Violence is next compared to a poised cobra, hood swaying and fangs exposed. Violence को बताया गया है ना, कोबरा की तरह है. The speaker searching as if for an enemy seems to be tracking down death itself, suggested by the crossbones and skull head. In the next stanza, which is the longest, the focus of the poem shifts somewhat from violence to death itself to the frailty. Frailty means a weakness of the flesh, in fact. The poet describes how a dead body putrefies means decay, turning pulpy as it rots. At the funeral, the stench of rotting flesh competes with the aroma of incense sticks. Next, we see another stray instance of violence, a woman with her nose sliced off for cheating on her husband. Then we see the 3 ways of disposing of the dead: cremation, burial, and the Parsi Tower of Silence, where the body is picked to the bone by the vultures. The poem ends with a description of rain, but this rain doesn't leave the poet feeling cleansed. Why? The poet says he has misplaced it somewhere in the caverns of his past. The meditation on violence and death has not given the poet knowledge or release. Instead, it has made him confront some unsavory facts about the human condition. The poem doesn't offer us a well articulated insight about violence or death, but induces in us a feeling of discomfort or even revulsion. Why are people violent? Why do we kill each other? These questions are not answered. Instead, we are left with sensations that accompany them, sensations which are by no means pleasant. This poem operates not though a progression of ideas so much as through a progression of images, which convey some definite sensations. These sensations, however, do end up conveying some sort of message about the nature of violence, and it is left to us as readers to figure out what that message might be. This poem suggests that the cycle of violence follows a certain almost natural pattern. First, there is a sense of pain in the air. There is a sense of danger in the air, menace, danger in the air, the brooding, hovering, falling of an impending outbreak. Then violence does erupt. Many people may be killed in the process, or else, as in the case of domestic quarrel, only one person may be mutilated or dead. In death, it is clearly how pliant man is, how susceptible man is, so easy to dispose of. He is equally manageable. Amenable means manageable to a variety of terminations and disposals. Finally, it is over. Like rain after summer, normalcy is restored. फिर से सब नॉर्मल हो जाता है. But this normalcy doesn't necessarily cleanse us. Certainly, the speaker doesn't feel cleansed. Instead, he is left with several unanswered questions and a bit aftertaste. Okay, thank you so much. Please subscribe my channel.